Lots of ways.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell them what that means. You can coach them in those kinds of things, those kinds of behaviors, and you can model it. And I've done all of those things in different courses, but in this particular course, I was focusing on the modeling part, which is actually the most interesting, because they have to draw their own inferences about what's going on as opposed to me telling them. But I also didn't tell them, oh, by the way, I'm teaching you this skill. We just did it. We
Right.
just did. The course was a year ago. We decided to explore the global implications of the world financial crisis. An open question that was unfolding as we were studying it, and none of us, not even I, knew what the answer was, and that was an important part of the course. We organized the class as a research team working together to try to sort out this question. We divided up the tasks. We spent a lot of time in sort of question mode. What do we know? What do we think we know? What questions do we need answers to in order to advance our understanding to the next level? Then we would divide up the work, go out and try to develop answers to those questions, bring them back, and look at those results and try to figure out what do those results mean. Do they answer the question? Do they raise additional questions? And again, what do we need to know in order to advance our knowledge? And so we went through that process through a number of iterations over the course, basically. So that was it in a nutshell. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I just did it. And so I expected to run into little difficulties, and there were some little difficulties, but we got through them, and I can't even tell you what they were. The only big problem that we had is that we ran out of time in the semester, and we ended up working after graduation. Half the class participated in the project after graduation, and one student worked all the way until the week before school started in the fall again. So I'm teaching a course this semester, similar approach, different topic. And one of my goals is to try to speed up the process so that we can get it all done within the 14-week time frame. One of the questions that I've been asked before is, where's the technology in this? Especially, I was a little nervous about coming to the ELI because my first thought was, there's no technology. I'm not talking about technology. And then I realized that the technologies that I use, I've so internalized, they're so ubiquitous, they're just part of my teaching tools. So if I think that a wiki is appropriate, I have a wiki, and if I want to set up a blog site, I can set up a blog site, and all these other things are just there. So as far as the technology goes, there's nothing flashy about that. I don't know if you were in the session at 8 o'clock. Did you hear Cole Kempley's talk? Where one of the people, I forget what school he was from, but what he said is, we're not trying to focus on cutting edge technology. We're trying to focus on developing cutting edge uses of currently common technology. And that's really how I feel about this. But when I thought about the question a little bit more, I realized that if I hadn't been experimenting with technology for all these, probably 10 years now, more than that, I never would have found myself in a place where I thought to design a course this way. So there's a sort of catalytic effect of thinking about those technologies out there.